Baristas, what is the weirdest slash grossest drink you've seen someone order? I once had a customer ask for a extra caramel frappuccino, and to make him regret asking for so much caramel, I put in 15 pumps each of the regular caramel sauce and dark caramel sauce, as well as covering the entire inside of the cup in drizzle. He left the store and then came back in a few minutes later to tell me that was the best drink has ever had. I don't know if anyone remembers, but for a hot minute Starbucks had a thing called Chantico, which was marketed as a drinking chocolate. It was basically a cup of melted chocolate, the consistency of thin brownie batter, meant to be drunk in 4-ounce cups exclusively. A woman came in and ordered a grand. She miraculously survived and came back the next day and ordered a venti. I still don't know how she choked it down. I had a guy hand me his own mug, and I shit you not ordered a vanilla latte with 12 shots of espresso. Actually, I clearly remember him saying 17 shots, but everyone else was like, oh, he usually just gets 10. So I say 12 now, to be on the safe side. His drink was like $21 and mostly just espresso with a little milk and syrup. He also told me he'd been trying to cut down on caffeine lately. Not a barista, but was a regular at a coffee shop near a halfway house. A guy would frequently come in and order a red eye with 10 shots of espresso. He claimed it helped keep him off the harder drugs. I would build an exact replica of my house, but for my dogs. It would have dog furniture, working dog bathrooms, dog showers, and TVS playing Animal Planet 24/7. Dog kitchen with a shorter fridge filled with dog jerky and dog beer. I will also have an Alexa that answers requests in dog speak / barking, a dog pool, and a dog basketball court. Also a car that was adapted for a lab and German shepherd to drive in the backyard. Thanks to you, my dog home supporters, for the silver. I worked at Smoothie King for a little while. This once girl came in every so often and would order this strawberry thing. It was good, but it was pretty sweet. Halfway through making it, she asks for extra sugar, so I spoon in some. She says keep going. I swear it was 4 or 5 extra scoops of sugar. It had to be like 3/4 cup. Instant cavities. Not gross, but just funny. That always makes me laugh. One time someone ordered a cold hot chocolate. Halfway through me making it, I realized I was just making chocolate milk. So I added some vanilla syrup and whipped cream, and he was very happy with it, lol. Former barista here. I remember clearly 2 years ago a lady wanted a latte with Splendor. However, she didn't actually want Splendor in the latte. She wanted me to open the packet near her latte, so that she could get only a hint of Splendor. When I was a barista, several middle-aged men who were regulars would insist on hot coffee. They would loudly and frequently proclaim the coffee they order, in general, is never hot enough. I guess they wanted to emphasize their pain threshold to me, an 18-year-old girl who just wanted to go home and watch TV. It's difficult to make very hot coffee without burning the milk. But often they'd order black coffee and it'd literally give them boiling water, and they'd say it wasn't hot enough. If I made it hotter, it would convert the liquid state to a gaseous form and evaporate. Then they'd talk about their Lexus or something for a while. I never saw them drink it, so I guess they'd leave, wait for it to cool down, and then drink it. Weirdest courting ritual I've ever experienced. In the 7 years I've been in the fast coffee industry, I'll always come back to one drink. An on-foot lol caramel frappuccino with an entire 16-ounce bottle of caramel drizzle in it, plus 10 pumps of peppermint syrup. Topped with whip-an. You guessed it, more caramel. Oh, and she wanted 2 large-sized ones. Every day. 6 a.m. sharp. Edit, these 2 drinks actually made 4, because she wanted the extras on the side. A mocha frappuccino with Coke, Sprite, and strawberry syrup added. When informed we were out of strawberry, they settled for grape as a substitute. Former Dunkin' barista. I had a few people order iced coffees with so much liquid sugar that the cup was 3/4 full before adding the coffee. I'm not sure if this qualifies as weird rather than just pants on head stupid, but I once had a vapid college girl order an iced latte but with no coffee. I explained what that would be, and she said that was okay. We had no way to charge for that other than just charging her for the full latte, so the girl happily paid $4 for a 16-ounce cup of milk and ice. I used to work as a barista at a museum, and sometimes it was just the kind of person who would order a drink that struck me as weird. Like it's been a year, but I still remember the middle school boy who asked me for a medium Americano. I was like, okay. BC, I don't think I would have known what that was at his age. But grossest by far was the lady who asked us to make her a blue raspberry latte with our soda syrups. They called it a sugar bomb. A vanilla bean frappuccino with 10 scoops of vanilla bean powder, usually 4 in a venti, 10 pumps of vanilla syrup, 2 extra pumps of frappe base syrup, made with heavy whip, finished with whipped cream and strawberry puree on bottom and top. Made us all gag. I once had someone use a free drink to get every ingredient added to a frappe. Literally every ingredient, or la syrup, milk combinations, inclusions, and bases. This was for her very old and obese mother. After a minute she came back with it as expected, only her complaint was she wanted another pump of caramel. This drink must have been a few thousand calories. When I was in college, I worked at a company that had a fancy coffee machine that made espressos. I hadn't had espresso before, so I tried one. It was great. So I filled my entire 16-ounce coffee mug with espressos and drank the whole thing in like 15 minutes. I was fine for about a half hour until I started shaking and sweating uncontrollably. Good times. This lady ordered 8 double shots of espresso. I thought that was crazy and that it must have been a mix-up on the machine, but I still did 8 regular shots of espresso. This lady came up and yelled at me for messing up her coffee. So effectively she wanted 16 shots of espresso. I don't even know if I'm allowed to give that much. Definitely more weird than gross was a barista at a church located inside the foyer. Worked during the weekdays too, as it also served for a small private Christian school. Chai lattes with different stuff added to them. Cherry syrup or half and half. Others would order Italian sodas and mix and match flavors, like blue curacao and chocolate. One person wanted 2 shots of decaf and 2 regular shots. One old man didn't comprehend coffee beyond potted drip coffee, but was determined to try something. Went with the safe bet, and told him he might like an Americano. Next time he wanted an Americano but with milk. So that? No, hot water and steamed milk, lots of froth. And I saw as he sucked up the froth, so he could make room for the creamer, dumping in lots and lots of sugar. The next time he ordered a latte. It's been ages since I worked as a barista, and almost as long since I've been to that church. The chai latte thing was odd at least, but it wasn't over half and half, and can't remember exactly what they wanted with it. I didn't know about the Americano and milk thing, and neither did anyone else. The process alone was odd enough. It wasn't a mega church at the time, but it is definitely like one now as far as I can tell. Serving coffee got me paid on Sundays instead of sitting in service with my family. I once saw someone put some soy sauce in their Pepsi at the Japanese restaurant I worked at. I've heard of soy sauce and cola chicken marinades, but this just seemed weird. I guess this guy really liked the taste or something, because he drank it happily. This doesn't constitute as gross, but just a ridiculous story from a friend. A guy I know manages and bartends at the only official Macallan Scotch tasting room in the US. It's hidden in a high-end hotel in Beverly Hills. He told me one time a very wealthy Saudi came into the bar with a few women and ordered a $3,000 dram of whiskey and a Coke to mix. My buddy asked politely, albeit stunned, why, and he responded that he hates the taste of whiskey. Thank you for watching. Please consider giving this video a like, and remember to subscribe and hit that bell button, as we add new Reddit readouts every day. See you next time. Bye.